Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's J2O, keep it real FOREX KING, back for another weekly FOREX forecast for the week of the 22nd to the 27th. Right now, we do what we do every week. Check out the calendar at forexfactory.com to see what's happening with the news events that impact the market. So for Sunday, nothing too crazy. I don't trade Sundays like that, but there's a bank holiday, and then you got Monday. It's also a bank holiday for CNY. But overall, Monday, just a lot of yellow folders for low impact news events. Then we get into Tuesday, which is more volatile of the market. Tuesday, you got medium impact for affecting Europe, the euro pairs, euro during London session, and then also London session, the GBP pairs, high impact news. So be cautious if you're scalping around those times for the volatility in the market. And then you got it into New York session where it's some red and orange folders affecting the USD pairs. And then during Asian session, the AUD, a lot of red folders, a lot of high impact news events. So Tuesday is a loaded trading day that's affect different pairs. So just be mindful when you scalp some of these pairs around those times. And then Wednesday, there's a lot of red folders affecting the CAD pair during New York session. So be mindful on this for the volatility. Just be careful again. And there's a bank holiday affecting AUD all day. So AUD pairs that affect AUD might not be very volatile. And then we got into Thursday, where it's mostly USD news throughout the day, especially during New York session. So medium to yellow impact. Some low. And then Friday, nothing too crazy. You got Euro news, some USD news throughout the day. So now let's get into the charts. For those who trade crypto, this is XRP USD. Right now, USD, well, Ripple has been taken off. Right now, if it breaks this area of resistance, then we'll know that we're going to do another continuation to the upside. But if we respect this area of resistance, we're going to come back down gradually this week to the zone here before we potentially take back off. So just be mindful around this area, around the 41 500 zone. Just be careful, see how price reacts. If it creates a reversal candle pattern, we could come back down. But if we break through, then you already know we're to the upside. EuroCAD. So last week we pretty much um went created a new high and now we're retracing down on a 4 hour. So for EuroCAD, I do see a continuation for the drop to this area. The market could respect these areas as potential support before we come back up. So my bias right now is waiting for this buy setup, either at the 78.6 or by the 100% full retracement zone. So looking for my entries around this zone to take back up. And for GBP, JPY, so this pair gave me a little frustrations last week. So pretty much last week I did get a sell from here. I got out right here, but then I got back in the seller here, but got stopped out. But right now we're still in the zone of potential sells. So we could potentially this week come back down and try to see if we could finally break this area of the previous low, which is right here. If we could finally break this previous area, we'll continue for a downtrend. because right now we didn't break this area, this previous low. We came up, and right now it looks like we might create like a minor high, but just being mindful of how Monday, well, Sunday open, how the market reacts. Because if we continue to come up here and close above and create an area of support, we're going to come back up for uptrend. But if we come back and reject down, then we could finally probably come back for the full retracement for the downtrend. So all depends on this area. So right now, just be mindful for the area of support. It could be a sell move, or it could finally break and be a continuation to upside. So just be mindful. But as of right now, I'm potentially looking for sales to come back down to see if we can get a new low. And then for Euro CAD, snap. Okay, so for Euro CAD, my buys right now, we're still on an uptrend. So it seems like last week we're coming down a little bit, retrace. So I'm trying to still wait for it to come back down and take the buy and move back up. But there's news this week affecting this period like the CAD, so be mindful. Okay, so Euro and ZD. Right now, look like the market is finally coming down from Friday. So right now, around this zone area, I'm looking for a buy opportunity to take back up. Because we are still on an uptrend. But if we come down, the market comes down and breaks this area of support, then we know we're going down for a downtrend. But as of now, I'm waiting for the buy setup to take to the upside. Okay, so for CAD, CHF, let's go to the 4-hour chart. So right now is looking like a sell opportunity for next week that I'm going to focus on. So pretty much, as you can see, we had a high, but then we came down, we broke this previous low. So right now, I'm looking for sells. So I'm gonna wait for the market to come back up and then either at the 76 zone area or if it becomes 100, I'll look for sells to take back down. Euro USD, this pair been kind of choppy lately. So it's not my pair I trade because there's too much consolidation, but we are still in an uptrend. But just be mindful for the news events this week. We could literally come up and break here, create a high, or we could just play around, come back down, and shoot back up. But if we break this area of support, then we're going to come back for downtrend. So there's different plays for this, but just be mindful. There's consolidation, so just be careful. And this pair definitely trading this week, CAD JPY. Right now, looking for the sell opportunity since we clearly had a low, clearly had a low high, clearly had a new lower low. So now we're trying to create this lower high. So probably next week, waiting for this pair to come back up before taking it all the back down. And usually Sundays is kind of a continuation slash a little bit of Mondays in the market. And then gold. So gold has been playing around lately, still on the uptrend. So right now, gonna see how gold plays. Gold could literally come back down and retest and trying to come back up, or gold could break through and then we come back down. So different plays for gold. Last week I thought it'll come down here, but it didn't. It literally went back up. So it could literally come back down and come back up. So just be mindful for gold. Right now we're on an uptrend. And GBP USD, this pair is on an uptrend, but it looks like it should be dropping soon. But we don't like to guess. We just have to see how things play out um, between structure, support, and resistance. So if we break, create a new high, and then come back down, then we know it's going to continue to the upside. But if we respect the previous high as resistance, then we could come back down. So just being mindful for that. Already talked about that pair. So USDJPY. So USDJPY pretty much um last week we pretty much try to come back up, we came back down. So I do see as a continuation trying to come back up and we come back the 78.6 retracement zone area, looking for a sell to take back down. So we are on a downtrend, but right now it's currently retracing. And for GBP CAD, this pair definitely looking for I'm probably gonna wait for the sells to drop down and wait for the buy moves here. Wait for it to create some type of support here and take back up. Or we literally could come back down here as a forward tracement and create a support and shoot back up. GPCHF. So this one, it looks like still an uptrend. So I'm gonna be observing this pair, try and wait for it to come back down and catch the buy move back up. Sunday, oh, think it might come up a little more before it shoots down, before it come back up. Very top to gold. Okay, US 30. So announced this last week, was looking for sales. So obviously it respected around the 76 zone area for the drop because this whole area is an area of resistance. It didn't come up to the 100%, but we were nearly the 76 before it dropped all down to the 23.6 zone area. I do see us coming down still. So let me go to a higher time frame. So let's go to the daily. As you can see on the daily, it created a new high. It came back down. We shot back up, but we didn't create a new high, and we came back down. So I'm just gonna be watching now for this pair because right now, if I was to take a buy, I'll probably wait for it to come down to here before I take a buy and see if it comes back up. And now let's look at AUD USD. So AUD USD, this pair is on an uptrend. Last week it shot back down and came back up. So I do see a continuation to the upside. If it doesn't go up right away, sometimes it could come back down, play around before we shoot back up. But if we come down and break this area of support, then you already know we're coming back down. But right now, we're on an uptrend, so I'm looking for buy opportunities to the upside still. And then look at New Zealand, USD, same thing. We're going to be focusing on uptrend. Right now, it's still going up. It's probably going to still go up from Sunday, Monday to create a new high. And once we create a new high, I'm going to readjust my analysis. Well, ultimately just focusing on buys. And I guess one last one, Euro, New Zealand. So this pair is kind of been consolidating, but consolidating to the upside. So right now, this week coming up, probably look for a buy opportunity around this area to take back up. But if we break down here, I'm gonna reanalyze my trade because if we break this area of support, then we potentially gonna be focusing on downtrend moves. So just playing by support levels. So this is the next support levels if it drops down. But right now, looking for buy opportunities. Since we had a low and then we had a high and we didn't create a newer low and we didn't create a new high. So I'm just playing by ear. And there's a lot of news events affecting Euro this week, so we shall see. So that's pretty much my analysis for the week. Definitely, again, trade what you see, not what you think, and use good risk management, and it should be okay. And just be cautious if you hold swings, especially if you get in too late in the move. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Right now, we out here. Peace.